My name is Kenzie, and I'm 17 years old. About, let's say, going into my freshman year, I think I joined the cross-country team at my school. I started having heat strokes, and it was really out of the blue, just random, and after the heat strokes, I would have migraines for weeks at a time, and we didn't really know what was going on. After cross-country, I ended that season early, and after cross country I started losing just a ton of weight around the holidays, and my mom just thought it was really strange, and we didn't really know what was going on, and there was just different areas of my body would begin to be affected by pain. I was actually originally diagnosed with clinical depression, and I was put on anti-anxiety meds and antidepressants and just a bunch of things that I didn't really think helped, and I was really upset about. I didn't think that I was depressed, and I didn't want anybody's help. I just wanted to go back to being normal. And it just kind of kept piling on. And I bet a year went by, and I was on these medications, and I was just so unhappy. I just remember walking into school so many days and throwing my stuff in my locker, and I would just go to the bathroom and I would cry because I didn't want to be there. And I remember friends would ask me, what's wrong? And I couldn't talk about it, and I couldn't really tell people what was going on. I didn't know. And then I think it was mid-August, and I was diagnosed officially then with juvenile arthritis. Juvenile arthritis is where your body attacks cells that they think are not healthy, but they are healthy, so it causes a lot of inflammation and swelling. And at first I was really happy kind of about it. I actually walked out of there really excited and happy that I finally was going to get some treatment for this, that things were actually going to get better. And I don't think I understood that it was going to get worse before it got better. We switched medications so many times, and I can't even probably count the times I was in the bathroom in the middle of the night, throwing up acid because of what these medications were doing to my stomach, and some of them would mix and they wouldn't sit well with me, or I would be allergic to some of them. It was really just a time where I just turned solely to God, and that was the only thing that I held on to for just a really long period of time. I kind of went through another really, really tough season of I can't get up in the morning, and I don't want to be here, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I went through some spinal therapy this fall, winter, and early spring. I just finished last week, and I think that was probably one of the most trying times that God has seen me through. I'm so proud that I made it through that. I'm so proud of myself and just what I found out about myself through it. It was a really, really difficult time, and I guarantee I was crying more nights than I was smiling, but ultimately I'm getting back to where I used to be, I think. I finally just started running again. I just ran 3 miles this past week, and I was just so proud of myself, and it was just a huge milestone, and I just was able to look back and say, I remember going through treatment, and I remember being misdiagnosed. I remember when people said, you're just depressed, or this is how you're feeling, or whatever, and I remember not being on medication. I remember being on every medication you could be on. I just remember so many things, and just then it was just a really great opportunity for me to put into perspective how far I've come and just the things that God has taught me through it all. I think I know so much more about myself than so many teens my age, and I think He's just given me a different perspective and an independence and a strength that can only come from Him. And it's just been really overwhelming, all the stuff that He's taught me and all the stuff that He's brought me through, but I really don't think I would have it any other way. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I know what God thinks of me. I know that I will be healed someday, but I'm just really trying to focus on one day at a time right now and just say, God, if you're going to have me be in this pain, what can I do to show people that even though you're in pain, you can still be happy. And I think biggest thing that I've learned through it all is you're only going to be happy if you choose to be. And God has really taught me a lot about that. He knows how much it hurts, and I'm sure that He's going to help you get through this. Actually, this past summer, when I had my MRI and they found the inflammation in my neck, I was scared. I was really, really scared. I had so much anxiety about it, and I didn't really want to do it. I was scared what might be found out, but at the same time I wanted answers, and it was just a really hard couple of weeks leading up to it. And they asked me before I got my MRI what music I wanted to listen to during it, just to keep me calm and like preoccupied so I wouldn't be so nervous about it. This song by Mandisa called Stronger actually came on, and I just remember hearing those words, and it was really like one of those moments where you're like, okay, this can only be from God, and like He's giving me the confidence and the strength to do this, to fight this. And it was just a really like aha God moment there, and it gave me a lot of strength, especially in that moment. No turning